Many of you, myself included, have predicted that an auditor or a sovereign citizen will be killed. Well, it's happened near Salt Lake City. And I don't feel anything but sorrow for this young man and his family. There's no "you got what you deserved" or tough luck, only sorrow and frustration. Meet Chase Allen. He just turned 25 years old. Chase will never get a chance to marry, walk his daughters down the aisle, or lead a productive life. And why is that? Because the cult called sovereign citizens poisoned Chase's mind.
We begin Fox 13 News Live at 5 with breaking news as new information has been released just within the past hour about what led to the death of 25-year-old Chase Allen after he was shot by Farmington police officers this past Wednesday.
Why was Chase Allen killed? Because he believed in some cult called the sovereign citizens. So who are sovereign citizens?
So you're driving a vehicle in the state of Rhode Island?
I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
You're traveling?
Yes.
You're a sovereign citizen?
I'm not a sovereign citizen.
You're not a sovereign citizen?
You're pulling me over. You're basically interrogating me right now.
No, I'm not interrogating you. I want your basic information.
Right, well,
when you conduct a vehicle stop, the law of the state of Rhode Island, the law of the United States of America, you're not cooperating with me. You're not giving me your license. You're not giving me your registration. He's a sovereign citizen.
Sovereign citizens. People who do not believe that many of the basic laws of this country apply to them.
I'm not an American citizen. I do not recognize these. I am my counsel.
They have disrupted courtrooms, led police on high-speed chases, and even engaged in murderous shootouts with authorities.
So what are the brainwashing beliefs that led Chase Allen, this young man, to risk his life and future?
Sovereigns believe essentially that the United States government is not a legitimate government, but is a corporation. The rhetoric of a sovereign is very important from an officer safety standpoint. You'll hear a lot that I'm a free man of the land.
I am protected by the land. Do not tell me to shut up! I am the living natural man, and my voice will be heard.
Some will be argumentative, but the argument that you will get most is that you have, as a law enforcement officer, you have no jurisdiction over them.
So what happened to Chase Allen? Did he go down the SovCitizen road of anarchy and refusing to comply with traffic laws? Was it just a verbal resistance, or did the chase put police officers in a no-win situation?
Well, yeah, good evening, Kelly. Yeah, that statement put out by the Farmington Police Department just after 4 o'clock today, and it says that an empty holster was found on Allen's right hip, as well as a handgun that was laying on the driver's side floorboard of that vehicle. Now, in that statement, it says that a body-worn camera from the officer that pulled Allen over just before 3:30 in the afternoon on Wednesday here at 145 East State Street show Allen refusing to provide identification or cooperate in any way. Now, it goes on to say that Allen asserted his, quote, independence from the laws of the land, as well as his belief that he was not required to provide information to the officer that pulled him over. That's when the initial officer, according to the statement, called for assistance. Now, a supervisor, 2 officers, and a trainee ultimately responded to the area here at the post office. Now, the statement says an officer opened the car door and another officer attempted to remove Allen from the car when an observing officer yelled out the words "gun" 3 times before a brief struggle took place and gunshots could be heard. Now, officers on scene did try to render aid to Allen, who would eventually die from his injuries.
Now, some of you may say that Chase Allen got what he deserved. He should have just complied. And you're correct. Chase had a gun and he could have just as easily killed a cop. But my point is that it was a needless death. And sadly, these auditors and sovereign citizens will continue to challenge officers. And there will be more Chase Allens. The John Ligato Show is being broadcast from outside the gates of Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune in beautiful North Carolina. If you like the show, subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, and we don't ask for personal information. Semper Fidelis.